Good afternoon, Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance here. I just want to shoot a quick video on renter's insurance. And how to do it and do it quickly. Because with renter's insurance, you're not going to make a ton of money. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. You don't want a big book of just renter's insurance. But if you do it, it can be a good foot in the door for other business. Almost all those renters are going to have auto insurance. So you could look at the renters as a leader in for auto insurance. In general, renter's insurance is going to run anywhere from, let's say, $200 to $500 a year. And honestly, when people are calling you and saying, hey, I want quotes on renter's insurance, that's what I would probably do. Hey, no problem. We can help you out. We'd love to help you out. On average, renter's insurance runs about $200 to $500 a year. So let's say anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 in coverage. How much coverage do you need? Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds great. Oh, no, $200. I thought it was going to be 6 cents, right? Or, depending on what they say is where you would go with it from there. What you don't want to do is spend a ton of time on renter's insurance. So I kind of want to show you how to do this quickly and effectively. And I have a meeting coming in 5 minutes, so the goal will be to do it in 5 minutes or less. First thing I would do is I would go in and I would start the fact finder. And we're going to do this for me, right? So we're going to pretend I need renter's insurance. Okay? So again, we recommend you go to our fact finder. I would click on my name here. How did you hear about us? Say referral. So we probably need to add that, and we'll make sure that gets added to the drop down there for renters. Occupational insurance agent, but me. I'm not going to fill it all out for sake of time. Okay, just you probably, if you haven't done one by now, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. If you haven't done one by now, definitely try and go in and do one. But the fact finder is our basic spot to gather info, right? So I'm going to do this on my house. I own my house, but I could also rent it potentially. So I'll just put that address in to make it easy. 762, okay. And then other than price, what's important, we'll say service. This is my primary. And then I'm just going to go here. We'll put the year built, square footage, construction. Year built, square footage, construction. Those are always very important. Okay, I'm going to skip a lot of this again for sake of time, right? You would need to be filling these things in. Here, I'm just going to put in the notes, I'll put 20,000 of renter's coverage, right? Okay. Then I'm going to click submit. Now, we have a few carriers that really, hit the nail on the head for renter's insurance, right? So, probably the easiest one to use is Universal Property and Casualty. That's especially if you're doing this here in Florida. Universal Property and Casualty, they're the largest carrier in the state. It's pretty good right there. They are also very competitively priced on renter's insurance, and their system is really probably one of the easiest. Will tell you I've been doing this 18 years on the agency 14, and their website is still very, very good. Overall, it's still very, very user-friendly. Okay? So we're going to come in. All we did is we went to the RoboForms. We logged into Universal. And now we'll go create customer. Now here's where some of this helps from sort of a data entry or double entry standpoint. Since I already put some of this info here, the idea would be that you can cut and paste it pretty easily. So you're not having to double enter, okay? The whole idea again behind that fact finder is you have that saved in another spot where it's very easy to get to go back, to reference, etc. Okay, and again, for sake of time, because it's me, that's why I picked me, and I know my info very well, we're just going to do, and I'm going to plug and play this here, okay? And so far, we're about 3 minutes, 50 seconds. So let's see, we've got about 2 minutes left to go, okay? So we'll click save. It wants an email. So my email here, one of my many emails, okay? And we'll click save. All right, and then we're going to click create quote. We're going to choose HO4. HO4 stands for renters, okay? HO3 is I live in the home. HO6 is, and HO3 is I live in the home and I own the home. HO4 is renters. HO6 is condo. Okay? We're going to say same as mailing. Say you're built 1983. Put my little dealer over here. We're going to say 200 square feet. We're going to say it's an annual rental. Now, most of these carriers are going to want an annual rental. I will caution you if you've got carriers that are like doing a short-term rental or VRBO. We have special markets for that. I'll probably shoot a separate video on that for Airbnb/VRBO insurance. Okay? So I put the info in there. The system is going to pull most of it through in terms of the area. We'll keep it at 20,000 for now. I'll click standard coverage. Now, I would also always recommend liability at 300,000. I would not do liability at 100,000. The price difference is minimal, and it gives someone more liability. Also recommend replacement cost on contents. That means it's going to cover me cost new. Okay? Not going to depreciate my contents. Water backup, I could add water backup, which says if I have like a sump overflow or backup from my sewer or drain, I've got coverage there. Okay? You've got deductibles here. You could go as little as a $500 deductible. Okay, so we could keep the deductible real low. I'll click next. And it's telling me it doesn't want that low of a deductible with the combination I had. So I'll put all other peril at 5% and we'll put wind at 2%. Okay? Again, all this is pretty minor in terms of the cost relatively. So I'm going to ask the construction, a little bit of the info on the home. Again, this is where you'd have to be going through that fact finder or getting the info offline, property appraiser, where it may be. And we'll say no prior insurance. We'll say I'm just moving in. We'll say I'm moving in as of the 1st of November. Okay. And we'll say my distance to the fire hydrant is 600 feet. Okay. And we'll go next. Okay. And voila, I got a premium of $198. Okay. Now, again, if you recall when I first said you don't want to spend a ton of time on renter's insurance. You're not going to make a ton of money on it because the premium is kind of small. And renters aren't as stable. They're in, they're out, right? And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you can't do it because you can. But what I want to encourage you to do, and like I said, look, we did that in less than 5 minutes with doing a fact finder as well. So keep it simple. Streamline things. Make it easy for you. Don't run renter's insurance through Quote Rush. There's no need. Don't go to Citizens. There's no need. You want to primarily think about universal property and casualty. If you're in other states or other areas, we've got Nationwide, we've got Safeco, we've got Travelers. All those are very good. Here in Florida, universal property and casualty, probably the fastest, easiest, largest carrier, least expensive price. Any questions, can always feel free to reach out to the agency. And as always, guys, dream big and make it happen. Have a great day.